Yes. So we got booked in last week. We're getting the good Pfizer.
Ooh, Pfizer gang.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I'm going to count down the days until the second dose because I want, I want to be able to leave the house. I mean, still with mask on. That's cool.
Mhm.
But I want to be able to like hug my friends that also
Yeah.
are getting vaxxed because it really took the threat of martial law in Ontario for everybody to band together and for our government to finally be like, okay, we need to get these people vaccinated or there will be a civil war in Ontario.
Oh, I know. It was, yeah, like I feel like a month ago, like we were like screaming and shouting for them to hurry things up, but it seems to be going well now.
Yeah,
It,
like much quicker, much
yeah,
quicker.
like I feel like every day I hear of stuff like a new friend that got the vaccine, so like it's good. I'm excited.
And then now you know how everyone's like, oh, the United States is doing so much better than we all are. And like our friends over in Michigan, they're opening up. I now my friends with vaccinations in Michigan are getting COVID.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, do you know what?
Interesting.
Yeah. And I feel terrible for them because they're still there's it, there's still work to be done, folks. Like there's still um a vaccination doesn't mean like you're not ever going to get it. It's like the flu. You can be vaccinated against the flu, but if some other fucker, excuse me,
We got that E
come,
quick today.
yeah, right? If somebody comes into the office just sneezing it up, like, and then right onto your lunch, you're gonna probably get the flu regardless of whether you have the vax. You're just not gonna die from it.
Yeah, but you gonna get sick.
So the good news is that my grandmama, the good old matriarch, not the same last name, um, she went back to her old last name after everyone else died. She was like, "It is my time." She emerged,
Icon.
right? She emerged like a butterfly with her old, like her maiden name.
Iconic.
Right? So she's getting better. She's not in a coma anymore. She is eating food, sort of. She's really tired, but they're saying that had she not gotten, let's just tell the folks at home, she's like 82.
Yeah.
Uh, but she wasn't looking so hot when she first contracted it at a birthday party. That is why, folks, it is important to stay home.
Yeah.
Don't have parties. Don't go to parties, even if you're wearing masks, because they were wearing masks. And wouldn't you know,
They still got it.
they still got it. My aunt's husband and her both contracted it from my other aunt's house. So it's like, you know what, guys, just again, I know that you live in a high rise. Am I doxing them on Jane and Finch? But
My doxing
just stay
them.
home.
Oh my gosh. That's why everybody needs to buy a Nintendo Switch and just catch up with people through video games. Like, that
Yeah.
is the reality we're in. We don't need real reality anymore, anyways. We just
Yeah.
Pokemon Sword, Animal Crossing,
Right?
new new
Charterstone.
Charterstone. I've been playing new Pokemon Snap and I've been uploading my pictures to the Twitter sphere or the web, and to allow my brain out into the public is a dangerous thing. But I've been getting tons of likes, tons of awards. I've gotten like hundreds and hundreds of like endorsements for my photos. I have made it. I've gone viral.
Does Pokemon Snap have like an actual IRL Instagram?
I don't know. I don't know how the interface works. Where like, um, I don't know if you have to have the game to like look check everybody's photos. Like when I fire up the game, I see like a few advertised photos of like popular people and stuff. But like, I have no idea how to access all the photos. Actually, we should talk to Mr. Josh Mervell about that. Who I have
Yeah,
not seen him. He has not been playing it, by the way. So like, I don't know what's going on, but I have him as a friend on Switch, and he has not been playing it.
I haven't seen one lately either, and it's weird because I haven't like spoken to him in like 3 days,
Hmm.
which is
Curious.
Yeah, but I mean, he is a busy chap. He is on a new project
Mm.
in animation land in IRL. He is an animator and he's been working on one secret project, one other project, and one that's kind of like another. I can't say.
That's okay.
One is related to his old job, but you know what? If you follow, it's like if you follow him, you'll know what the other one is. So
Right.
we'll have to have people listen to the Spider Cast for all of the Josh updates they can handle. Um, let's see welcome to the Full Volume Podcast. I am your co-host, G.I. Jolie, and I'm joined by
Harvey Brent.
and today we are just biding our time until Loki comes out. But that is okay because we have plenty to talk about. As you can see, uh it's still been a lively quarantine. So I kind of wanted to talk about like it just kind of hmm, not de-stress, not debrief about
Debrief.
about our Charterstone game because this is the first
Oh.
time, right?
Hmm.
I mean, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, but like, let's just continue on this video game streak with the cold open. Let's finish up Pokemon Snap though.
Okay.
You, uh, we have to find out if I can lurk on Pokemon Snappers because Pokemon has just entered my household via my small niece, and we are currently, we are Pokemon Sword, I think. Yeah, we are Sword.
I have Pokemon Shield, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, if you guys ever want to fancy a trade, I haven't played in like 4 or 5 months, but I was trying to complete my Pokedex by catching everything, and I'm still quite a few off because Sword and Shield have different Pokemon available in them.
hmm I can't
So
remember. I think maybe Josh is the same as us, but so cute. He's he's grouped all the pink ones together so that he can trade with Abby
that's funny.
because we're trying to catch all the pink ones.
Oh,
hmm
okay.
The moment that she discovered that you could shop for outfits and go fishing, that's exactly what she did,
It's like Animal Crossing all over again.
right? The, we go to people's islands. She visits Abel's sisters.
Yeah,
She's like,
she
I don't.
does.
Yeah, immediately right to Abel's sisters. I mean they might have cute skirts in your on your island. You don't know. Oh, I almost went onto the island last night and then stopped myself.
Yeah,
It's like,
I have not picked it up in a while. The thing with Animal Crossing is like I got it literally the first day of COVID.
mhm.
And so like I was playing it like before, not that it blew up at the start of COVID, but like I've been playing it since last March. So like by the time like everybody got it, I was like, "Oh man, I've already done this." I'm just like and there's so
Yeah,
much to do.
right.
Oh,
Um, at least, yeah. At this point, I think we do. I mean, I'm going to confess, we billionaires, but that's because
yeah.
we time travel. Who doesn't?
Yeah. Billionaires
um,
do.
yeah. So uh, uh, the one thing that we are most excited about is it's shark season soon because we've
Yes.
never caught a shark before.
Hmm.
The two things that we want to do is we want to visit somebody in the southern hemisphere, and then we also want to catch sharks. So we're going to let that be real. Like we're gonna wait until the summer cycle comes around and then do it. So it's fun.
Putting out a casting call for any of our listeners who are in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah. Get
Manifesting.
get to us. Dodo codes. We're
Dodo
in
codes.
full
Yep.
volume pod at gmail.com. Subject line Southern Hemisphere friends.
Should we make a full volume pod island in Animal Crossing? That would be the tea. That would be the tea.
uh we could see, oh my God, let's take it to the island and we could just film on the island. Is that what
Uh-huh.
you mean?
Or something. Just something very full volume branded that we could, you know.
We are considering not restarting the island because that's insane. Just
Whoa.
yeah, like maybe having a section of our island be like we're gonna move the villagers because we visited so many and
Yeah.
we like that people have their villagers with their own little like areas and their own little like items. I think Josh and Becca both had their islands that way. We
I
just yeah.
I just recently did that too, where like my villagers used to be all spaced out, but now I've moved them all into like a neighborhood, like all together. It
Yeah.
costs a lot of money.
And that's why she time travels. We found
Yeah.
somebody whose turnip prices were like insane, like 300 bells. And we're
Nice.
like, whatever. You spent all afternoon waiting in that freaking airport. We're
Yeah,
like, what?
it takes a lot. Yeah, it takes a long time. There's like a huge queue of people, but that's it's
Worth it.
nothing's better than cashing in on some turnips and
And sitting on like $1 trillion,
I know. If only that's how the real life could work.
right? If I had to sit in the airport and I was just guaranteed, I'm like, anyway, I just can't. Yes, if that was real life, I would Matrix right out of this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. I'd jettison into that reality. 100%.
Oh, could you imagine? I should
But
say, sorry.
I was gonna say, so no, you should probably finish, but I was gonna say, so Pokemon Sword though, where are you guys at? Do you know where you're at?
Uh, every time I look over at the screen, right now they used to be on a fiery mountainside. Now they're in a forest with mushrooms, like glowing mushrooms. I don't,
Oh, I know where that is.
yeah,
You're on
and
the way to the fairy gym.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
exactly where we are.
That's actually, I think, the only difficult gym in the game. The rest of them are easy. That's the only one that's kind of challenging.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. We've evolved her starter, which was Gru.
Oh, Gru's the
Now,
best.
yeah, now
I
he's a
agree.
gigantic gorilla.
Yep.
Uh,
What's his name now? Oh my gosh.
something Rilla. It's like something
Rillaboom.
that's it.
Rillaboom.
Yeah. And then we found a Pikachu and he's a destroyer.
You found a Pikachu. Did you turn
Yes.
it into a Raichu yet?
No, she doesn't want it to evolve.
Oh my God, what is it with these kids watching the anime and thinking Pikachu is endgame? Raichu is so much better.
Right? Okay. I think that maybe we don't pull him out a lot, but we do have Mudsdale. She loves Mudsdale. He's a fancy pony.
Oh yeah, I was like, who is that? Yeah, Mudsdale.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um she only plays that one, the snake. This oh, what is his name? Raggedy. No. That's Raggedy's the bird.
The snake. Is it a sand snake?
Yes.
Sandaconda or Silicobra? No.
Oh no, he's like, you know what? No, he looks like he's blue, and
Okay.
he looks like he's got sort of the lips of a koi fish. He's not sand. I was wrong about
He's
that.
water.
Yeah.
Why can't I
Uh,
think of who that is? Not
and
Whiskatch.
he has he has like balls, compartments.
Wait, is it Gyarados?
Yes.
Oh, Gyarados. Yeah. We love Gyarados. I had Gyarados on my team when I played it through too. Gyarados is a tank.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because yeah, he gets pulled out often. Like
Yeah.
we don't Dynamax a lot, but when we do,
Look
it's
out.
Gyarados. Yeah. It's
Oh,
either that or Pikachu because when Pikachu Dynamaxes, he's like, "Gotcha."
it's a
We
little
love it.
patheds. It's a little patheds, but yeah.
It is, yeah. He's got his Pikachu puts his trade voice on and tries
His
to
trade.
scare the kids but can't. Yeah.
So, did you guys also buy the expansions for the game?
Not yet, no.
Oh
No.
my goodness. They
Mwah.
the T. Okay, so there's two expansions. There's Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. Isle of Armor is basically a giant island, and it's all open. It's like the wild area, but it's an entire island of it. It is so much fun to explore that island.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. But the like storyline for Isle of Armor is short and kind of lame. It's like you could do it in like literally 2 hours, but exploring takes a long time.
Okay.
The other one, Crown Tundra, it also has a good open world too, but not as good as Isle of Armor. But the quests in Crown Tundra are really good. They're like it's like a lot of post game content. It's worth it. That's
Okay,
the
excellent.
T. That
Yeah.
is the T. And like the best Pokemon to catch are in the expansions. Like you can catch like some of your favorites, like Horsey and Staryu, and like the iconic OGs, Zubat, you know.
Oh, Zubat. Okay, I was
Yeah.
wondering when we would see that asshole.
Yeah,
And
he's only in the expansion.
oh, good to know. Didn't know
Yeah.
that. I think we've been looking for Clefairy.
Okay, so Clefairy is in the base game. Actually, I don't know if it's in Sword. It might just be in Shield. Hold on.
Oh,
Can you catch Clefairy in Pokemon Sword? I know it's in my game. It's in Shield. Oh, I think you can.
okay, it doesn't matter. We could trade.
You can. It's just it's rare to find, but you can find them in the wild area.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
The Motostoke Riverbank in Heavy Fog.
Really?
Yes, or the
Okay.
giant as the Giant's Cap as well.
Okay.
Heavy
Giant's
Fog.
Cap or Motostoke River.
They like fog.
Motostoke, that's where she got her motorcycle, right?
Yeah, so
Maybe.
somewhere in and around there is where they are. But
Okay.
yeah, I knew Clefairy was in the base game. I remember seeing it.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's Clefairy. Clefairy is the goal. Well, not really, but he's pink, so
Right.
and she's seen photos and we're ready.
I
It's
think
time.
I think you're about to fight one though, where you guys are, because I think the gym leader has a Clefairy.
Really, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's a fairy gym.
Since yeah, it's a very gym. You know what really drives me nuts is those plant ones that like suck the energy out of you and then heal themselves.
That is so rude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not thoughtful.
No, no, no. I hate that was the first gym, wasn't it? The grass gym?
It was just like a little flower in the wild. It
Oh.
rocked the whole team. I mean, we're only level 26 on some, but like, come on. It was
Right.
like had like a tulip head and tulip hands, and it was just
Oh, Rosalia.
yes.
Yeah, Rosalia, a classic. Actually, I have to say, I
Yeah.
do really like Rosalia. If you can catch, well, you already have Rillaboom, but she is a good grass Pokemon if you needed one. But
Mm.
sounds like you guys are all set with your Rillaboom.
Well, I mean, she likes to have a Beauty and the Beast theme. So maybe we will get this one. I mean,
Okay.
it's in the box, so can we trade out into the team from the box?
Oh yeah, that you go to a Pokemon Center and access the computer.
Excellent. Yeah, obviously I'm not the one playing with her. It's her father. I'm just like
Fair.
I'll be like making dinner and like looking over, or like reading a book at the kitchen table and like looking over. Because to be honest, it's hype. I love
It's hype.
watching. I love watching people play video games.
Girl, I want to start a Twitch channel so bad.
Do you really?
I
I would
really
subscribe.
do. Thank you, first of all. But I don't know if I can. I feel like it's a conflict of interest with my job.
Why?
Because I have like a higher, entry job. And so like it's, government based and stuff. So
Did they make you sign like a non-compete?
no, not a non-compete, but like there's like ethics clauses. So yeah, I don't know. I could see myself getting in trouble, but I really want to. I really want to start a Twitch channel.
It seems strange though. One, they would have to find out, which I don't know that they ever would.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I could like disguise myself. Maybe that could be my brand is like do like a Banksy thing where like you never really see me. It's just
Like,
like
yeah.
anonymous,
It could be like Orville Peck, where you could wear half a mask, but the rest of it's fringe. I mean,
Oh,
without the country music.
French. I would love that.
Did you see that? I don't know if you said it, but I mean, was it you that you're like, I don't know that I love Trixie Mattel.
That is me.
Oh,
I like Trixie Mattel, but I don't think she should have won her season of All Stars. I don't, but I like her, I guess.
yeah.
I feel like there's more deserving people.
Oh, okay, yeah. Me too. Me too. But I love her YouTube channel. Um,
Yeah, you know what? I've come around on that. Her and Katya,
yeah.
they're pretty funny,
Yeah.
actually.
Is great.
Yeah,
And just like watching her bake things in an easy bake oven from like the 1950s is the best.
she's an
And
icon.
then unboxing Barbies, but also, I mean, speaking of Orville Peck, that music video that she just did with Orville Peck was kind of nice.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
because Orville Peck is sexy as hell. And there's just something about the way that his voice works with Trixie's voice, and it's a nice harmony. It's really soothing. And um, was it a Johnny Cash song? I think so.
I
And
think
I
you're
don't,
right.
yeah, it's like I don't usually listen to Johnny Cash, just because I just grew up with it in the house so much that I like hated it.
Yeah. That's
That
like
one,
that's like grocery store workers when they hear like Christmas music during Christmas time and they now have PTSD from it.
yeah.
Yeah, retail workers, yeah.
Oh, okay. So on on today's episode, we're only going to talk about Pokemon.
That's
Um,
okay. I'm like literally okay with that.
Thank
If
you.
you we could do like I have so much to say about video games at all times. I'm surprised we haven't really like gotten into it yet. Well, I guess we're here to review Marvel shows. Like, let's be real, that's why we're here. But we could expand the reach of the program to talk about other
Yeah, like
properties, nerd
comic
properties.
comic book adjacent things that we are bound to do.
Yeah.
So like aside from Pokemon, the one thing that Brent and I have been doing with our Switches
Mm.
is continuing a live game of Charterstone, which is traditionally a tabletop board game with our friends. And this is the one thing that I love about quarantine. I don't care. I'm not even gonna go to comics for this one. I'm just gonna go right to the shit that we've been doing because I missed it already. And it was what, like 2 nights ago?
What, Charterstone? No, it was a week ago. Last that was our last. So we've been playing Charterstone. It's so for those of you who have never heard of this game, it's a legacy board game by Stonemeyer Games, I believe. That's the company. And each there's 12 rounds, and each round builds on top of each other. So what you do in one round like stays, and then it carries over to the next game. So we just finished myself and G.I. Jolie and four of our other friends. We just finished a 6-person campaign that consisted of 12 games. Our first game, I think, was early December. That was our first one, and then we just finished game 12 last week. So it took us just about 6 months to finish, and making sure everybody had schedules coordinated and stuff. What did you think? Give me the tea.
So before we took the game online, we were playing the board game face to face, which
Yeah.
obviously is like a different experience.
Also,
It's
before
not gonna be the
COVID,
same.
we should mention before COVID.
Yes, yeah, because we aren't those kind of bitches.
No, no, no.
We are rule followers, and Tori worked at Starbucks, so there was no way we're gonna jeopardize that. Like that was like the only place that stayed open. Um,
Yeah.
during the whole lockdown when Tori's like, "Well, I'm still going to work." I'm like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Coffee's a necessity, I guess, but like everything was shut down. Anyway, uh the tabletop experience was amazing because
Yeah.
I felt like I could see or telegraph my moves because I was aware of what everyone was doing because it was right in front of me. Um, I will say that if we ever do play again, I'm probably going to download Steam and like download it for a computer.
Oh, yeah?
I need to see it bigger.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or so I was playing on a Switch. And it's easier if you play handheld because you can use your finger to kind of move the map or board around and kind of touch with your fingers instead of using the Joy-Con controls. Because the Joy-Con controls are really not great for the way that they've adapted this game.
No.
So the touch screen is really where it's at, but you have to figure out like one of the mechanics of the game is that you collect the one of those legacy things that Brent was saying that you build upon is that you collect personas and you get to choose. These are kind of like different players that you get to be that give you special powers for just that round. And you get to pick, say you end up with five of them, you can pick at the start of every round whichever one you want to use for that round. Before, I knew what everyone's persona would do because I could see it like on the board.
Yeah.
Now you have to like I had to it took me like until maybe the sixth round to figure out that I could see everyone else's cards by clicking on all of the little buttons that were hidden around the map of our charters and even like just to recall what the guidepost was for that game. Like I didn't know the button was there. I was like, God, this sucks. I'm
Yeah.
either dumb or I'm so busy trying to set myself up around the board that I'm not paying attention to the rest of the stuff. So it felt like the game felt way more hard to follow as a video game, even though I had played it already on the physical version of the game.
I will say though, the one positive experience from playing online is that the game will kind of police it for you. So it will tell you when you can't do a move, which
Yes.
when we were playing in person, we definitely misinterpreted a few rules in hindsight. I'm like, oh yeah, we definitely did not play that right. So that's the one thing about like having an interface built in online is like the game will tell you whether you can or can't do certain moves. So I like that part, but yeah, I guess it's nice to sit around a table and see like, oh, he's got that card, and so and so's got that card. So that does make a difference. I don't know how to like. I guess the only way to get that experience is through, you know, being around a table with other people. That's the weird thing. We were doing the best we could. We're like, yeah, this is the only way we're ever gonna get Charterstone done.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing. And that's what I really enjoyed about this is that not only were we able to play with each other because I am in I'm in sort of like Elgin County, which is sort of not central, but it's southern Ontario.
Yep.
Two of our players were in Windsor, which is southwestern Ontario. Three of our players were there. Another one of our players is in Nova Scotia, so that's like a whole different time zone. And Harvey Brent is in like Northern Ontario. So it
Mhm.
was really nice to be that's another thing that COVID has kind of taken opened the door for, which is people are now more comfortable video chatting. I know I am. If
Yeah.
someone video chatted me and I saw that they're calling me on video chat, I'd be like, "Excuse you?
How dare you?
How dare you?" And now I'm just like, "Hey, like no makeup, like tits out. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll answer that call because I want to see your face. I'll put a bra on. Let's be real. I'm not a monster." But yeah, it made it okay to it made it more possible for us to get together whatever way we could. And like now, it's now the distance. We weren't playing the game because there was distance, and now the distance doesn't matter. We can play the game whenever we want.
Yeah. We were locked
I
down. It didn't matter. Do whatever.
Yeah, and even when we come out of this, scathed, mostly scathed, unscathed, however the chips may fall, we'll probably end up playing like another campaign because it doesn't matter where we are. We know that it's possible. And I'm still in for not pleasing the Forever King. Or maybe we should play a game where we are like actually nice to the Forever King because there were some people who were just like, nah, like
Oh, I know.
on a
We had some delinquents in our group that were just hell bent on pissing off the Forever King. So, for those of you listening, the Forever King, basically each round we have a choice at the end to either please or enrage the Forever King. And I'd say like 75% of the time we chose to piss him off. So I'd be interested to see how the game differs when we appease him all the way through the campaign.
Yeah, like maybe he showers us with more Sky Islands. When we had the physical, you have the physical version, was there like a another side of the board?
I
Or was
don't
that
think
Root?
so. It's Root. Root was double
Oh,
sided. Which, you know what? Okay, funny story about Root.
mhm.
I literally cracked it out the other day to try, and I watched a YouTube video again, a half an hour YouTube video. I still do not understand how to play that damn game. How many times have we tried? Like, it's been going on years, and we've still not figured out how to play that game. It looks so cool, it's beautiful, and we can't figure it out.
Yeah, my friend Jason, who's an artist at DC, he took the figurines for Root. He created a whole new board game for his kids to play in quarantine
Really?
using, yeah, speaking of Root and board games, because they're like little. He has two children, they're little. But it was like it was the same mechanics. You have a card for a character, but he used all the characters from Root. I think he may have 3D printed them, but they looked so adorable. And the other thing that he has discovered lately is like an affinity for painting miniature figures.
Yeah.
So they're so well painted and super cute. So yeah, I was like, maybe it would up the ante if I could get him to like 3D, obviously I would pay him to 3D print a bunch of these like little foxes and little blue jays so that we could just like I don't know. It
I
it would deter us? No, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I too watched a video. When you said that, I literally almost screamed because I watched a video too. After we tried to play it, I was like, I need to know because this could be fun.
I still don't understand it. I still do not understand that game.
Yeah, and we were like, we were dressed up to play Charterstone. No, dress up to play Root.
Yeah, Root's a very dressed up game for sure. You could
Mhm.
be like a little cute little mouse with ears, and I could see that.
Yeah, like raccoon or cheat, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I broke out. I finally broke out Mice and Mystics. Because you can do a one player on that one. One, I can't get past the sewer. It is hard with one person.
Oh.
Because you can only, it's like if you're playing one-handed, you can pick three mice. Um, and I really need that fourth mouse because they have like a big enforcer and they have like a rogue type character and sort of a mage, but the I'm not powerful enough and the stats don't build, right? So
Hmm.
but the enemies get stronger the longer you stay in one area. So I never have enough cheese to to bring us all back to health and then we just, drown in the sewer. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
I've never played Nice. I know of it. I've definitely seen it at stores, but I've never played it. And I do want to play that eventually.
Yeah. I was gonna play that with a friend in Brazil, where we would just like have a table and it would
Uh-huh.
always be set up, and then we
Ah.
webcam it and that was like, fuck, that was like 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. It was 7 years ago that that promise was made. But that never happened.
I mean, COVID would have been the perfect time, but
Yeah.
oh well. Oh well.
Um, Yeah, well, I think he lives in Brazil. So, oh, that's the other thing. He lives in Brazil. So I heard they're not doing so well. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, apparently their like president doesn't believe in COVID. So, you know.
Well,
Ugh. Um, should we wrap it up here? Which I mean,
oh yeah. Yeah. Let's do
I
it.
let's do it. We've given the people our thoughts on board games and Pokemon and Charterstone. I think that's our musings for this week.
Yeah, it's been a video game week. I've
It's
been
been a video game board game week, yeah.
yeah, I've honestly been trying. It was like, let's just do a video game podcast.
I would I would love that. I listen to video game podcasts like 3 times a week.
Okay. So thank you for listening to the Full Volume Podcast. You can always send us great mail at fullvolumepod@gmail.com. Tell us what you're playing. What are your favorite video games? What
Yeah.
are you obsessed with on the Switch that you think we should be playing? Should I knock off the Stardew Valley and adopt another thing? I have married a doctor. My lifelong dream of marrying a doctor has come true, by the
Ooh.
way. I give him a coffee every morning and he is grateful.
What's that like?
Right? And then the dog spawns in the doorway and I can't go and I can't get into my house anyway. The dog, I will say on that final note, what do you think is better in Stardew Valley? The dog or the cat? Sound off in the comments on YouTube.
Important questions need to be answered.
You can catch us every week talking about things we love for the next 3 weeks. But past episodes, we've been sort of like a Marvel Disney Plus after show. So we'll get back to that once they drop Loki January 9th.
January 9th. Woo!
Oh, my COVID brain is a fog. But again, you can follow us at www.comicbooksyndicate.com. You can you can watch the podcast. You can listen to the podcast there or on YouTube at Comic Book Syndicate, or you can follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Comic Book Syndicate or at Comic Syndicate. Type one of those in. We're definitely there. Hashtag Full Volume Pod. I have been your co-host, G.I. Jolie.
And I've been Harvey Brent.
So until next time, keep it loud.
Keep it at full volume.
Bye.
Bye.